Hey guys, Joseph here from Intellect Finance. I'm outside my friend Moussa's house from Quantum Home Improvements, who's a YouTuber. He's working on a big project which he needs funding for. Let's go.
How you going, Joseph?
Hey Moussa.
Come in, come in. So Joe, can I make you a cup of tea or coffee?
I'll have a coffee, white one sugar, thank you.
Beautiful. Take a seat. Okay, Joe, here we go.
Thanks for the coffee,
Here's
Moussa.
your coffee.
So is this your project?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So what are you looking at doing?
Okay, so the big thing at the moment is tiny homes. And so I'm thinking of putting a mobile residence here. I need a place where family can stay. And so I'm thinking of building this on YouTube. And so it's quite an ambitious program because most tiny homes now are built on trailers, on wheels. This is going to be wider than a standard one. They're Stanley 2.4, and some people make their tiny homes with containers, and they're also 2.4. Now this one here is over 3 meters wide, which means I'm going to put this on skids. And so the reason I'm putting them on skids, it is actually going to be lower to the ground, so then it can actually be transported with a tilt tray truck. And so it's quite a big project. I'm not sure exact costings yet, but I need to talk to you just to see how I'm going to fund this, and if you can give me some advice.
I think we've got to get a costings together first.
Yep.
Work out how much is it going to cost before we
Yep.
look at funding it. Then we can look at applying to a bank for a loan to fund it for you.
So I'm thinking it's going to cost around 70 to 100,000, and I'm just wondering, is it difficult to get a loan for that amount?
Knowing your situation and background from when we did your previous home loan,
Yep.
I think it should be okay.
Good. But how is the economy at the moment? I'm a little worried about the economy before I start this project.
Well, the budget's come out. They've spoken about reducing the rates towards the end of the year, but we don't know if that's going to come through. There are a lot of businesses that are struggling.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there is a chance there could be a downturn in the economy, but I'm seeing property prices still coming up. There's still a demand for people to buy property.
Okay, is that right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So people still have equity in their homes.
Okay. I'm going to make this project regardless, but it's time-wise when I'm going to do it. So I've got to work within the economy at the same time because I don't want to do it when the costs of everything are so high. So I need to do this affordably.
You know, the cost of building materials is expensive. It is expensive now to build.
Yeah. So I'm thinking of starting this project later this year. I was actually expecting to do this earlier this year, but I'm pushing it back a bit because I have the spinal injury. I find that I've actually got too much work on just to finish up what I've got. So if I do it later this year, I can plan better. So I'll get a costing on this, a clearer costing in the next probably month or two, and I'll come and see you in a couple of months and just see what rates I can get, and also just see the other procedures involved.
And we'll work out what your repayments are going to be and whether it's going to be viable for you.
So Joe, this is a really exciting project. This bed and breakfast has a bedroom, it has an ensuite, it has a lounge room, and also will have a decking. Now, how I'm going to do all that, I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to minimize the wastage of space and use space really economically. And part of that is putting sliding doors in. So there won't be any hinge doors at all. So I'm in the Aether Association, which is the Tiny Homes Association. And one thing I noticed, I've been to a lot of shows, you've been to a show with me as well. Yeah. And I found that they can be a little bit warm inside. So I'm going to make this as cool as possible for summer and as warm as possible for winter. So I will insulate this really, really well.
So you're going to use the common insulation they use in homes, or is it in?
I'm going to use a combination of using Colorbond on the outside, which reduces heat. I'm going to use foil and blanket. Then I'm also going to put on the inside more insulation, some bats, and same with the ceiling. And also I'm going to use a different type of plasterboard to reject some of the heat as well.
Okay. I'm just curious as to how you're going to fit all this into one YouTube video. Are you going to do a couple of YouTube videos, or are you going to do...
No, this has to be a series. Unfortunately, this is a big project, so I'll do stages at a time. I don't know how many stages there will be, but I'm thinking in my mind there'll probably be roughly about 10 to 12 stages. So this will be over a 1 year period. Will that implicate me with the loan?
No, we can. We can have the money sitting in the offset account, and you can take it out slowly.
So it'll be like a redrawer type account, or how does it work?
Similar to a redraw, you won't pay interest unless you pull out the money.
Okay, fantastic. That sounds perfect.
Moussa, I'm looking forward to assisting you in this project.
Thanks, Joe. Cheers.
Cheers.
So, Joe, thank you very much for coming.
My pleasure, Moussa.
Wow, what an ambitious project. Me and Moussa actually went and saw some tiny homes, so this is going to be really interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing this project take off. Thanks for coming along with me. That's the end of this video. I'll see you on the next one. See you guys.
You can make a continental cake, which takes you hours, but you can't make a cup of coffee.
He's egging me on. You're laughing at your own joke, man.